Well, I've got the dogs. We are. Come on, Bernie. This should be quite the trick here. I got both dogs on leashes and trying to carry this camera. We're at Twin Harbors State Park, which is by Westport, Washington, right on the Pacific Ocean. That's where we're headed now, to the beach, so that the dogs can say they've seen the Pacific Ocean. I came over to this area yesterday evening and got to touch Pacific Ocean and got sand all in my shoes and everything, so now it's the dog's turn. Come on, Bernie. Come on, Bernie. We're on a mission here. We're not smelling every blade of grass. So the weather is very cool here. It's like 61. It was 57 overnight. It stays very, very stable here because you're right on the ocean, and usually there's not 5 or 6 degrees difference between daytime highs and nighttime lows because of that. I got to rearrange things here a little bit, Bernie. Quit pulling my arm off. Come here. All right, we'll give this a try. Kind of walking, I'll just pan around here. You can see I'm walking through woods of a sort. Anyhow, they're much different right here along the coast. You can see they don't look like the places that I've been lately. Drove down yesterday. Man, the traffic on I-5 going around Seattle and Tacoma and Olympia was just horrible. I mean, it was as bad or worse than Atlanta, Georgia on a weekday, and this was on a Sunday morning. I got up a little early, got on the road around 10 o'clock just so that I could get through all of that, you know, in the morning before traffic got bad, but I was too late. It was heavy traffic. It was bumper to bumper, stop and go in some areas, and I was in the southbound lane. The northbound lanes had it even worse. I mean, those poor people were doing 20-30 mile an hour bumper to bumper for 20 miles, I'll bet. And I just can't imagine fighting that all the time. And I can't imagine what it's like during the week. You know, if this was a Sunday morning and early afternoon, I can't imagine what it's like Monday through Friday. Way too many people trying to live in that place. And I could see Seattle. I didn't go right through downtown, but I-5 goes pretty close. I could see the Space Needle and all that, and it's like, nah, I'm never coming back around here. Not that it's not a neat place, but I would not fight that traffic again for anything. Just not worth it. A little more calm down here. We're getting pretty close to the beach. You're gonna climb a little berm here, and it's less foggy today. It actually was sunny earlier, but I was stuck in a checkout line at Walmart for 20 minutes because, you know, they just don't open up more checkout lines no matter how backed up things get. Welcome to the USA. Wasn't like that in Canada. There's my editorial for the day. But Anyway, it was sunny while I was at the Walmart, and now it's cloudy again, and yeah, here's what I'm seeing. So it's kind of foggy out again today. When you get out on the water, anyhow. Or out on the beach. But we'll see enough of it. I'm actually tomorrow going to drive on down the coast to Newport, Oregon, and spend a couple days there, and then I'm going to just start heading inland. I want to go to Bend, Oregon, Deschutes or somebody, I don't remember who. There's a brewery, pretty well-known brewery in Bend, and I want to go check that out. They give tours and stuff, so always interested in seeing how other people do it. And then I'm headed from there to Crater Lake National Park, which is just a little southwest of Bend, and check that out. And I don't really have definite plans beyond that yet. We're getting there, girls. Ah, there's the beach. There's the Pacific Ocean. This is the big one, guys. Makes the Atlantic Ocean look like a pond. Everybody will be covered in sand. I gotta look around and see where we came in at, so I know where to go out at. Man, this is some heavy sand. It's dark. We are down at the water's edge now. You can see the ocean. The dogs are pretty impressed. We got some jellyfish and stuff around, so I gotta try to keep them from stepping on something like that. Oh, Bernie, you're gonna get wet. Bernie just got her paws wet. Patches doesn't even know where she's at. Very misty here. I think that's maybe fairly standard around here. The water's cool, not ice cold, but it's cool. What you think, Bernie? Huh? What you think? Drive a little further. And you're gonna get wet here. Here it comes. Almost. I think the tide is actually going out. I was driving around the area earlier. I went over some marshlands and stuff like that. Here we go. Now we're getting wet. For being a golden retriever, Bernie's not all that fond of water. Anyway, when I was driving around, you could tell the tide was up. It was high tide at that point, and then an hour or so later when I came back to those same places, it was going out. So, and you can tell here just on the beach it's been up a little higher. than it is now, but it's not far off a high tide, maybe a few hours off a high tide. There we go. Woo! Patchy got her feet wet too. Dang. Yeah, you got it going on, man. You can impress all your doggy friends now. How many Midwest mutts do you know that have dipped their paws in the Pacific Ocean in Washington State? Definitely different than the Florida coast. There's fairly high dunes here. Really neat to hear that water. Think of how far some of that may have traveled. The Pacific is such a big ocean. Yeah, my hiking shoes have been in the water. Yeah, I mean it's such a vast ocean. When you look out upon it, it's like, man, oh man, it's hard to fathom how big it is, what all's out there. It's like the mist and fog's gonna roll back in here now. So we're gonna go for a little walk up and down the beach here, I guess. Now I get to carry a poop bag. Bernie couldn't resist doing her business up there. Not a lot of shells on the beach here. There's a few, but not many. A lot of rocks, actually. Like maybe a few sand dollars, but they're all broken up and everything. Wish it was more clear, that you could see out over the water further. But this stuff looks like it's set in for a while, so I think when we get to Oregon, it might be a little different. Might actually be able to see out into, you know, over the ocean for a little ways. This is what it was yesterday too. Actually, it was more dense yesterday. You probably couldn't see 30 to 50 feet out. Well, I'm gonna put the camera up so I can just kind of walk along with the dogs here. So we'll get some more video when we get down to Oregon. See you later.